Okay, so for context, I know I'm super duper duper mega duper late to the party when talking about this big fat ass news, and I do mean it the way it is, because this is a very interesting situation. However, in my defense, like I said before, and I said it again, I'm not into Grand Theft Auto at all, to say the least. I mean, I know that's shocking. Some of you probably had a heart attack over that, but real talk, I'm not really into Grand Theft Auto that much. I mean, I'm not getting the game. The only game right now I'm more waiting for is actually Grand Blue Sky Rising coming on to Switch 2, which I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on that game. And bro, but I don't fucking know. I don't even know why I struggle to say but. So whoops. But honestly, even if you're not a big Grand Theft Auto fan, this is a very fascinating news that needs to be discussed regardless. And again, I am super late to the party, but luckily I'm kind of am because I'll be one of the second few to talk about the recent development of what's been going on with this situation. Because holy crap, this is a insane situation. Now, for context, just to clarify, I'm not up really well in support of something being leaked out illegally because leaks are illegal. There is a reason. Um, but this is a very fascinating situation that not only points out why these things can get very much illegal, but also is very insane because it is just nuts. Because the thing is, the people who are doing this, they cannot not only be trusted, but they are literally just probably just going to revolutionize people, or make companies have a wake up call with this insane leakage, to say the least, because this is a pretty crazy situation. Even though, while I may not be in support of people leaking shit, I am in a bit of support on this being a downgrade to Rockstar and Sony because of situations they have. However, this is probably not the way to go. And I know it's a little bit hypocritical, but once I explain, you kind of see where I'm coming from, because I am mixed on this thing. So for context, for those who don't know, recently Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 6 has been finally somewhat leaked, with gameplay videos being shared. Now, of course, any video game gets leaked all the time. Outside even video games, other things get leaked out all the times, I mean, this is coming from a person who's a Pokemon fan, and we get leaks like it's breakfast. It's like literally no joke, to say the least. I mean, hell, we learned about Tinkatunk before it was revealed. And just a spoiler warning, that Pokemon was revealed on the day it was released because it was only in the game. You had to discover that, but we already knew what Tinkatunk looked like beforehand. So that should give you an idea. But for the most part, normally when it comes to these video games leaks, it's usually, although also illegal, are usually meant for funsies. This is a very interesting situation because the hacker group, which I don't even remember the name, and I'm not going to even attempt to butcher the fuck the name is, the hacker group with this one, they're saying that literally saying that they're doing this to get revenge for all who were wronged by Sony and Grand Theft Auto. Mainly, they said on their stuff, on their profiles, on their things, which, just a side note, that should be the first red flag, because no hacker group really usually do that, I think. I mean, they probably do, and if they're malicious, to say the least, which should be a warning. But when it comes to someone actually leaking out video game footage, most of the time they're just fans who are being dumb, to say the least. This time around, they're being serious. They're saying, like, the whole, problems with Sony, and, we all know what the problem is right now. They're trying to make a monopoly through their freaking storefront. They're literally trying to stop physical media in a way. They are literally how to put it. They're just awful right now. They really are awful, and there's probably 10 times more, but mine can't think of. And of course, for Rockstar, many people are not happy with the pricing, but at this point, that's kind of like a But the way they are doing it is very bad. You're saying that you can only get the extra stuff through the deluxe system, which is weird to say the least. I mean, I know that's partially normal, but this is when it comes to these games, but this ain't really normal to the point where it feels like several features should be in the base game is being locked out from paywall. And the paywall being $100. It's kind of funny, though, because many people expected them to do this, but it's kind of funny that Pokemon was the first to beat them to the punch, and arguably, I think this was way more worse than Pokemon, to be honest, to say the least. But then again, that's up to your preference, to say the least, because either way, both of them are kind of awful, especially since ZA didn't actually deliver, unfortunately. But the thing is, the reason why this hacker group has been gained underneath the microscope, other than the fact that they are proving that, hey, we do have a build of the game, through a weird way to prove, yeah, fuck you assholes, we actually do, you non-believers, is the fact that they are also saying, you want this, you gotta pay for it, kind of thing. Which, oh boy, yeah. So they're asking for money, which they are getting, mind you, for this. And yes, I know there is a lot more to just that, to say the least. But I'm cutting down the middleman here, cutting all the fat that needs to be explained, because it is just the truth. They do want money. The only fact I will say is it's also involving cryptocurrency, but who gives a damn? But they are plastering this thing like, hey, give us money and you can vote on this stuff. And honestly, I agree with this one YouTuber I watch and has been recently watching, to say the least. That this is not different to that of the Netflix thing, honestly, because you're still giving someone money to see Grand Theft Auto 6, when in reality, the trailers should be free, regardless. And same thing with these leaks, if they're going to start doing that, to say the least. But somebody tells me they're just doing it because they're smarter than the average bear, and thinking that, hey, if we could get people to pay us, we might be able to take advantage of the money and use it to try to hide multiple ways. Because, shockingly enough, unlike the last times Grand Theft Auto 6 was leaked, which shocked me because I had totally forgot about this, to say the least, Rockstar was already on to the person's butt and literally throw them in jail, like a lot of things, to say the least. I'm not going to be like Moist Critical and explain what happened to the guy in great details, but still, yeah, they did got him on the ass. The short version is they got the leaker on his ass. However, and to no one's surprise, this situation has gone out of control to the point where even Rockstar is literally shitting their pants. And they are willing to admit that because they don't know what the hell is going on. Because not only they haven't caught the person yet, they really haven't caught this person yet, and not only had this person literally did the FU and show that they do have a build through the weirdest ways I ever see someone say, hey, we leaked this thing. Although, unlike most, I'm trying to keep it brief because they are serious about this, so I won't even say what's in the details of it, because I haven't even seen the leaks. I just hear people talking about it, but I'm not going to say what they've been talking about because I don't want them to swap me by accident. At this point, they're taking... It's like what Moist Critical said in one of his recent videos. They'll think even his parents were the ones involved with this, considering the word auto. So, fuck. So, we gotta be very careful what we say here. Now, I'm not getting swatted. But, honestly, the point being, also, a lot of people have been using AI to fake people's way. Which, I don't know why, honestly. Of course, there's the conspiracy that this might be also the group's doing, and also these people also want Rockstar to fail in a very bombastic way. Or these could be just stupid idiots doing it, because they have a lot of fake accounts, and even the hackers themselves are like, okay, enough, we don't have a Twitter, what the fuck, and yet, apparently it's still working, apparently. So, it is a very weird thing, to say the least. And now, just last night, and I saw this from one of Moist Critical's recent videos, and of course a few others, they just came out and say, yeah, we have a build of the game. The full game, mind you. It is a build, possibly, but it is a full game. And they said that if they are not left alone at all, or they don't meet the demands, which I think the latter, I think it is the latter too, but I don't know. All I know is they have a dead man switch. They said if they get truly caught, they'll release the game. They will release the game. And that is very surprisingly and very concerning. However, to my personal opinion, why the fuck did they release the game earlier? Like, literally, why don't you just release the game now? Because that's what's really the real reason why I'm doing this video. Because like many people, not only do I not trust these people, but also, even then, if they're really trying to fight for justice for this, they should just leak the thing now. Again, I'm not with leaking stuff because it is illegal. This is a vigilante group. But, to be fair, if you want to be a vigilante group, should you just, not be a douchebag and actually release the thing? I mean, I'm not going to play it, but if you want to prove a point, then you should have just leaked the game. And I do have a gut feeling. Unlike most people, I am betting a lot on black here. I literally am like that. I do believe that this is going to be leaked out. I am not even joking. It's just questioning me why it's taking so long. I wouldn't be surprised if it won't, of course, but I have a gut feeling they will leak something big out soon. I have a good theory that it might be on the day when the Netflix stuff happens. But it is just again, I'm betting everything on black in the freaking roulette thing. There is no doubt that they're going to do something crazy if this stuff, because I don't think it's just leave them alone. I also believe their demands need to be met somehow. But who knows? They might also do a rug pull. Just saying. And that's what worries me about this. Because my point of this video is, I do agree. I am in a certain extent that I do think these guys are being serious and kind of being vigilante groups. However, the way they're doing it is completely wrong. They are absolutely wrong. Not only because of the leaks thing, because that's always been a legal thing, but who gives a damn? It's the way they're doing it that is very concerning, to say the least. So just to clarify, my personal opinion is you should really not be giving money to these people. They're going to leak it out anyways, to my opinion, to say the least. You really shouldn't be giving them money, honestly. Honestly, what many people should be doing is telling them to leak it out now, and that's it. If they have a build of the game, they should tell them for free, mind you. They shouldn't be even voting for these things. They should be telling them for free to leak it out now and everything. Well, I mean, it'd still be illegal. And again, I am not in support of illegal activities, unlike most people. But still, if they want to make a message, it is pretty bad. Real talk, do not try to invest in this. That's my main point of this video. Because this is a scam, possibly. Because at the end of the day, you may get what you want, but they may do a rug pull, and something tells me it's going to get worse. Real talk, I might think they might even build a list and just leak that out too, so every Rockstar person employee and the frickin' police will come after everyone on this, to say the least. So, who knows? Again, I am very curious with this. This is a very interesting, thing. But like I said, I'm betting all my money on Roulette Black here, and just saying they might actually do leak this game out, to say the least. And oh boy, it's going to be like a stock market crash, to say the least. I don't know how it will be that much, but I do believe it will be, to say the least. I mean, I don't think people will cancel the pre-orders, but for people who've been wanting to buy the game, normally on day one, oh boy. But anyways, this has been Floxcat. snapping out of here, and God forbid this doesn't affect even Pokemon leagues. Holy crap, this is definitely going to be a wacky wake up call if this all pans out the way I think it will. Anyways, snapping out of here. Bye.